The question that I was given when I was invited to spend today with you fine folks was, are we ready? There's a lot going on. Are we ready? And after spending this morning with you and getting to think about what we do and how we do it, I was inspired. And I too want to thank you for what you do. Because in coming here today and committing a whole day in the beginning of the year, none of you look wiped out yet. We know what wiped out looks like. I am moved to think we are ready. We're ready just by being here and being willing to listen. So what do I mean by that? Big part of what I do is brain research. We try and find out what we know about the brain, what we don't know about the brain, because isn't that the first journey of learning? Find out what you don't know. Still don't know how it works, but I know that's something I want to learn. The thing about the brain that we learned in the 1990s, I don't know if many of you are aware, but the 1990s is affectionately called the decade of the brain. We learned more about the brain in the 1990s than ever before. Now, how many of us, this is where I coast the room, don't stare at anyone too long. Many of us, hypothetically, were already teaching in the 1990s, yes? Just nod, you know who you are. There you go. So our college classes didn't actually train us in the brain research. Come to find out now, as I work at the graduate school level, now in the textbooks there's a chapter on neuroplasticity. My guest students who are here, thank you for coming, but will you nod and tell everyone, yes, there's this thing about neuroplasticity. But there's not a whole lot else. And there's an awful lot going on in the brain that I'd like to talk about today to support you. I like the vase analogy, that works well. Because you are ready. When I interview teachers and we talk about gaming in the classroom, we talk about new curriculum design, we talk about assessment practices, woo, it could happen. Individually, every teacher says, yeah, I would love that. What comes after that? Yeah, I'd love to do that. But there's all these things that stand in my way. They stand in my way a lot, whoever they are. Policies stand in my way a lot. We're going to talk about that today. Physical space, time, schedule stand in my way. It's not that I don't want to do it, Marie. It's not that I'm scared. Just that part I don't know about. But the issue is no one taught me, no one trained me in these pieces. I don't really know how to do it. I want to do it. So today, the entire day, I'm going to speak with you less about trying to encourage you to do it. I kind of figure you do. You showed up today. Yay, us. What I'd like to talk about is how. How do you do it? What are the pieces we need to know to put this kind of thing in motion? And I'd like to talk about that space. So here's the first one. Whenever you're about to work on a topic like this, the brain has two states. There's the away state, where things are happening to the brain. Have you ever had this happen to you? Most lectures end up in some sort of form of this. But when I'm in an away state, I'm either nervous, scared, threatened, or tired. Or all four. And so my brain releases hormones that do not promote long-term memory. And if I'm in the away state, it is difficult to learn. Not impossible, but difficult. If I'm in a toward state, my brain is calm, relaxed, open, happy, joyful. How much of learning in the classroom is joyful? If my brain can be in a toward state, I am encouraged. I belong.